Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Meg here from the YMCA Nutrition Program, and today we're going to read the story Nothing to Do by Douglas Wood, illustrated by Wendy Anderson. This book comes from the Healthy Schools, Healthy Communities curriculum, written by the Michigan Fitness Foundation. What do you notice about the things pictured on the book's front and back cover? Have you ever felt like you have nothing to do? When you have felt like you have nothing to do, what do you usually try to do, or how do you act? Let's read this story to see what this little boy does. Once in a while, along comes a day where there is nothing to do. Absolutely, positively nothing to do. And that isn't great. No school, no homework, no little league, no dance class, no play rehearsal, no soccer practice, no computer camp, no anything. Just a white, empty space on the calendar. Of course, some people get a little worried about these spaces, but people are very nice and wear big shoes, but we'll think about them a little later. But what do you do when there's nothing to do? Well, I have heard stories, wonderful stories, about taking off your shoes and walking through green grass or mud in your bare feet. Or making toy ships out of sticks and sailing them across a puddle that somehow seems as wide as an ocean. I've heard about lying on your back and watching clouds turn from dinosaurs into crocodiles, into dragons, into bears, into butterflies, into clouds. Or lying on your stomach watching an ant carry something 3 times bigger than he is, while you wonder how can he do that, and what do ants eat for breakfast that makes them so strong. I've heard of making paper airplane, do loop-de-loops and barrel rolls in the soft summer air, and then land as smooth as butter on bread. Or building a fort, a secret place where no one can see you because you can't see them, and surviving for hours on peanut butter sandwiches and lemonade. I've heard about catching fireflies on a warm evening and putting them in a jar until you have 2 hands full of gold and then letting them all go. I've heard of swinging until your toes touch the clouds, or hanging by your knees like a monkey just to find out how monkeys feel. I've heard of climbing a good tree that's been waiting as all its life just to be climbed by you. Or finding a quiet spot and reading your very favorite book and then reading it again. Just because it's your favorite. I've heard stories about exploring places that really need to be explored. About making angels in the snow, or building igloos or caves, or sledding or tasting icicles, or throwing snowballs, or making round fat men with orange noses and old hats who smiled at everyone. Well, why, I've heard of swimming and building sandcastles and hopscotching and jump roping and running and throwing and bouncing and painting and drawing and playing with toys and puzzles and dolls and games and puppies and kittens and hamsters and gerbils and doing cartwheels and doing somersaults and doing, well, sometimes just doing nothing. And maybe one of the best ways to do nothing is to show someone else how to do it with you. Maybe even someone with big shoes. Just to remind them that sometimes doing nothing is the most important thing in the whole wide world to do. The end. Why do you think it's important to have time to make choices about your activities? Why is it important to be physically active every day? And how do you use your free time? Lately, I know I've been using my free time to read some books and go outside and enjoy this weather.